How you guys doing? It's Henry at Mowers and Blowers. Welcome to part 2 of my 2021 Super Snowstorm cleanup video. As you know, I used the electric snowblower yesterday, and today, well, it's still the same day, but it's a different episode. I'm going to be trying out the Craftsman Raoul snowblower, 5.5 horsepower, 24 wide. The one that I got from Raoul in Queens Village for free. That's right, free. It had low compression, so I grinded the valves with a file so that the valves seat, the intake valve. So now it runs, starts, and seemingly blows. We're not going to find out if it truly blows until I fire it up today and tackle this. This storm's crazy because from yesterday's episode, I took care of a foot of snow already, and just 3 hours later, it's filled like another 8 or 10 inches. And it's still coming down, and it's still gonna go for another day. They say we might get over 20 inches, which is completely crazy. Let me get suited up. I'm gonna fire up this Craftsman and see how it runs. So here it is. This is the Raoul Craftsman. Choke, just filled it with gas, primed it. First start of the day. So, actually, not very bad at all. There were times where it was very deep and very thick snow that it almost sounded like it was bogging down a little bit. But then when you ease up on it, you know, the speed, right? You let it run and then the momentum again, and then it went through it just fine, honestly. Really, it was pretty good. However, if you notice, right, there still looks like there's an inch left. So what I need to do is I need to lower the snowshoes so that the bar is practically in the ground, you know? I need to put like a thin screwdriver underneath and lower the snowshoes. Because even though I feel it here, it seems like it's correct. It's leaving too much snow on the ground. You know what I mean? It's not a clean scrape of the driveway. There's still about an inch of snow left on there. Look at this. The entire time, it did not clog at all. You know why? Because Raul has done the impeller modification. And as you saw when I pointed the chute high, it really blew very far away. But I didn't want to blow the snow into my neighbor Steve's driveway. But how about that, huh? It didn't clog at all. Later on, when this snow gets a little bit more heavy, when it's mixed with some moisture, it's going to get heavy and slushy, and that's no good. But right now, I'm going to loosen these bolts right here, let it drop to the ground, and tighten them again. Got an inch socket on my ratchet. I'm just going to loosen these bolts. Ooh, see it drop down? Let me do the other side too. Drop down too. Just going to tighten them again. It's a carriage bolt, so it has to go in the square. So I just let it naturally drop down, see, so that it's touching the ground. And it did go down about a ½ inch or so. Like I said, it's a carriage bolt, so you have to hold it in the square. That should do it. Now I'm going to try it again and see if it scrapes that a little more. Okay, let's give it a try now. See if it scrapes it up a bit. rockin'! Man, oh man, this thing does great. And just to think of it, all I had to do was get a file and grind down a couple of valves is all. Works just fine. It's not touching the ground completely, but as you can see, you can kind of see asphalt now, so it is definitely closer, which is just fine. How about that? Well, I gotta say, I'm pretty pleased. You saw how far that snow was being thrown? It was being thrown far. That impeller modification was fantastic. And as you saw, we adjusted the snowshoes just naturally with gravity. Loosen the bolts and the scraper bar touches the ground by itself. Then you just tighten the bolts again. You know what I mean? That's fantastic. According to the weatherman, this is going to continue for another day, if you can believe that. I'm thinking we definitely got over 1.5 feet already, because I've been through here many times, and each time I come out, there's like 1 foot already on there. So as soon as I plow through one run, with the winds and all, as soon as I plow through one run, you turn around and it's covered again. So it's a significant storm for sure, and very windy. I was afraid last night that we were gonna get a blackout or something, because there were a couple of warning signs where the power would go off for about 5 minutes and then come back on again. And I'm thinking to myself, man, oh man, that would suck if we had a blackout, you know? But it's not over yet, not by a long shot, you know? But this 2021 storm has been very interesting, to say the least. For me to be able to try out a couple of snowblowers just to see how they run. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I think that Lefeli electric one cleaned it up better, you know? It just seems that way, you know? The electric ones are so light and they clean up very well. It's really no trouble at all. You pop a battery in and go. I might start being a believer in electric products. How about that, huh? Anyway, tomorrow we're going to see how this storm plays out, and then the next thing I'm going to do is, as soon as I use some of the snow blowers and clear out this area here, the snow plows haven't been coming as often as they used to, but I think because they know it's going to be a 2-day event, they're not going to waste their gas going back and forth when they could just plow it all at once later, you know? So I think they're waiting for the snow to stop before they start plowing. When they do, I've got a lot of work ahead of me to try to clear out this area so I can put my wife's Mercedes and my van into those spots. So then I'll pull out the Blue Bayou and do some real plowing, huh? Hopefully by then it won't be either ice or slush. But thanks a lot for joining me on another episode of Superstorm 2021. I'm having fun so far. Kinda. See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers. See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers. Hey, if you guys enjoyed the video, remember to give me a like. Also, comment below. Subscribe. Remember, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. It's free, right? Also, hit that little bell. That way you'll get post notifications whenever there's a new video, and you won't miss out on any of them. Remember to follow my Instagram and Facebook, as well as, if you'd like to donate $1 or $2, paypal.me/mowersandblowers. Really appreciate all the support. Also, to keep the videos coming every day, support the channel. Bye.